People of YouTube, how are you? It's Wednesday. I always try to make a happy fucking Wednesday vlog, even though I vlog most days. It's just the way it is when you're bored and I'm at the end of town. But at least I got some dip here. So this Coke Straight brought to me by Ross Martyn. Cheers. Okay. So I've been going through my old tapes, all right? Now, I'm a bit of a documentation kind of freak with my artistic career. You know, as you notice, I have well over 1,000 videos here on this YouTube channel. You know, I don't take down anything or whatever, because it's all like a library to me, you know. And that extends to my personal belongings. Like I have boxes of cassettes I've recorded on, or released as recordings, or just done on my dictaphone at home, or recorded on a tape machine somewhere. You know, like just if I was telling Hillary, we were chatting this morning, and I was telling her how, you know, if I was to gather all of my information, all of the flyers and programs and scripts and recordings and everything, I could very well document my artistic career since probably 1990. You know, there would be no lack of information, that's for sure. But I've been going through my old tapes, and every now and then I'll find a tape that I think is something, and I recorded over it. But this is something I haven't heard since probably a month after I recorded it. Now, I made a video for this song not so long ago, and it's one of the few videos I've done that actually got a dislike on it. Whoever saw it didn't like it. It only got like 1 view, I think. But okay, so throughout my adult life and in my teenage years as well, I've been a very I've always been a pretty politically active kind of person, you know. And I'm not a fucking snowflake. I'm not a fucking cuck. I'm not a fucking whatever you fucking call them. It's ridiculous what goes on these days, but you know, I come from 1980s and 1990s anarchism. You know, that's kind of where my thoughts lie on stuff. Part of that, a lot of the work that I did had to do with prison reform and prison abolition. Why? Because I think the prison system is horribly flawed, causes nothing but you know, takes innocent people, like, you know, like most of the people in prison are there for nonviolent drug charges, you know, and turns, like a lot of people, yes, need to be removed from society, like rapists and murderers and, you know, things, I don't know. I don't want to go into the whole fucking thing because that would be a whole hour-long thing, but I've always been very active advocating for prisoners' rights, okay? Let's put it that way. And in the 90s, I published a magazine, or in the late 80s, early 90s, I published a magazine of prisoner written poetry called The Cockroach. It's a long story, but prisoners would write to me and send me in like poems and art and stuff, and I would publish it into a little broadsheet paper and send it back into the prison system. Anyway, one of the guys I was in contact with a lot was a political prisoner named Thomas Manning, he's still locked up. I think he's in a medical unit now. He's very sick, if he's still holding on. I haven't heard from him in a very long time. But anyway, he sent me a poem called Yard Time, just about being locked up, you know, spending time on the yard, and how what he does to feel free of where he is. You know what I mean? So I wrote a little song, I morphed the poem so I could, form it into a song. I didn't really change too much, but I made it so I could sing it. And, and recorded the song. Anyhow, so I recorded that song on my very first album called Dog Dartbeat back in 1994. It was a cassette I released on Backlash Productions. I believe it was the second or third Backlash recordings, or Backlash Projects recording. Mm-hmm. And the song's called Yard Time, of course. Anyhow, when I recorded it with Dave Tuff playing electric guitar over it. And the electric guitar line he played on it was absolutely fucking phenomenal. But before that, right after I put the song together, I think I performed it at an open stage at the Union Theater that night or the day after or something, very shortly after. And my good friend Michael Martyn, if you don't know Michael, look him up here on YouTube. He's one of my oldest friends from Peterborough, and him and I were very musically connected, and connected in political activist ways too. Where I was a 2-chord bash and punk rock singer, he was a brilliant finger picking. He's a very good musician. I'm a screamer, he's a crooner, you know what I mean? And anyhow, so I got him to play a little lead guitar lick over me playing Yard Time here, because it's really just a 2-chord song, and or a 1-chord song even. But it's got a lot of room for a nice guitar over it. So anyhow, I found this tape, so I recognized it, and I know what's on it. So I'm going to play this for you. This would have been back in 1992 or 93. Probably the first month I lived in Peterborough. But yeah, this is me performing with Michael Martyn at the Union Theater on Hunter Street. All right. Fucking audience of 5 at the Union Theater back in 1992. That was weird. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that. You heard it along with me, you know. Yeah, old song, Yard Time. But yeah, it's cool hearing that, because like it really sometimes you're unaware of your influences, you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. I got to get new batteries for my tape machine, but yeah, I like how that sounded. I don't know. Somebody doesn't, though, I'm sure. So hopefully nobody will hate on that. But yeah, because I made a video not so long ago. I kind of shortened the song a bit, and that's how when I play it. That's how I play it now. But yeah, I made a little video for it, and it didn't even get a thumbs up. It got a thumbs down. So that's okay. Whatever. But yeah, doing prisoner work, that was interesting stuff, man. When I published that paper, I had to stop doing it because I couldn't keep up. My mailbox was stuffed with anywhere from seriously 30 to 130 letters every single fucking day from people locked up all over, from here to Ireland, you know, all over the States. I got poetry, art, just conversation, you know what I mean? And I try to write these people and keep up and everything. It was so much, you know, and I just couldn't afford it doing it, you know. But anyhow, but that crusade continues in my life. So onward. But yeah, anyway, thanks for sharing that with me. That was the first time I've heard that since 1992. And I hope somebody liked it. And if so, make this video go viral. Happy fucking Wednesday, everybody. I hope you're feeling fucking awesome. It's Wednesday, and